Well, a very good evening from Phuket, and tonight I'm back down in Kata, and we're going to be taking a walk to Kata Noi. So I'm going to be covering Kata Noi, but I also want to cover the journey to Kata Noi from Kata, because I know a lot of people are wondering how long it takes to actually get there if you don't use a taxi or have any transport. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to start here. We're just outside the Kata Beyond Resort, or the Beyond Resort Kata, whichever way you want to say it, and then we're going to make our way down towards the road that leads to Kata Noi. Okay, let's go, Nat. Okay, now I've come down. Let's just check the time. I didn't want to be too late because, okay, it's 10 to 6 in the evening, and the reason why I've come a little bit earlier before it gets dark is the road down into Kata Noi is not that well lit. So of course when it gets dark the camera's going to be struggling a little bit because it hasn't got good lighting down there. So I wanted to come while it was still light. Hopefully we should get to Kata Noi just as the sun's setting. Not that the sun's out today. In fact, it's been raining quite a lot this morning. I got absolutely soaked coming back from Patong this morning. I decided to go over there to do some filming, and unfortunately I picked the wrong time, and just as I arrived in Patong it started absolutely pouring down, and I do mean pouring down. It was torrential. So we've got a little restaurant here called the Outdoor Restaurant on the corner, and this is the road now that we're on that will lead down to Kata Noi. And going the other way, this road will take you back to the main road that runs at the back of Kata, really, all the way through Kata into Karon. And then of course the road that we've just walked down, just let that bike go, is the one that leads down to the beach area. And of course this is Kata Road, which I've filmed already. So as I say, we're going to make our way down here and walk to Kata Noi. Now we've left the bike here, so we've got a nice walk there and back, but of course I'm only going to film the one way. And as I say, let's just check the time once again. So it's 17:52, and when I get to Kata Noi I will have a look at the time again, and then you will know exactly how long it takes to walk between the two areas, because of course Kata Noi very, very popular with people because of the Katathani hotel in Kata Noi. 5-star accommodation, beautiful hotel. Quite a bit of traffic here tonight coming along here. I hope it's not making it too noisy for the microphone. I'm going to cross over the road because there isn't really a footpath on the side that I'm on. As you can see, a few businesses now starting to open up along here because there was a lot closed for a very long time. Just got to try and get across here. Come on, Nat, quickly. So we've got the Kata Leaf restaurant, and there's some motorbike hire as well. Don't know how much the hire of the bikes are. I'm going to try and find out because somebody's asked me about hire bikes in Kata and where I recommend and how much. I can't really recommend any hire shops in Kata, unfortunately, because of course I don't hire motorbikes. It's been a long time since I hired any scooters or any bikes, so I can't really recommend anywhere because businesses change over the years. They're sometimes taken over by other people, and I don't know, of course, what the service is like, what the bikes are like, so it's very difficult to recommend places, but I will try and get some prices. I think there's a little hire shop down here in a minute. So what we've got here, we've got a small shop selling soaps, massage, swadika. So you can see there's quite a few businesses here. Unfortunately, the mini mart across the road that was here hasn't returned. There are some businesses, of course, reminders of the last 2 years, as you can see. Unfortunately, some of them haven't yet opened up. I'm sure they will over time because there's more and more opening every week now. I'm coming here and seeing more and more businesses open. There's restaurants now, do happy hour, tour shops. Quite sure. Oh, this Curry Delight. So this is an Indian food restaurant. So if you're looking for some Indian food, we've got some good restaurants over here. Very much so. I noticed the highway curry, was it called that? That's moved now. That's on this road that we're walking down now, just a little bit further back though, going towards the main road. We've got the food market, Kata. Swadikap. Good evening. So, big restaurant there, seafood, or food market it's called, Thai seafood. So, and then we're just coming opposite now the boat, or the boathouse. Very well known here in Kata. As far as I know, that's fully open now. A few people about, considering the time in the evening, coming up to 6 o'clock. More massage shops. See a few people wandering around, looking for probably places to dine this evening. Another restaurant, so quite a good choice of restaurants now. And I do believe the Two Chefs is now back open as well, because this was closed for a long time. I have dined at this restaurant here. It has been a while since I last came to the Two Chefs. Me and Nat have eaten here. We've eaten in a few of them, and they offer some very nice food, to be honest. But it has been a while since I've dined there. Swadikap, good evening. You want to take a good evening? They're going to do some specials as well, as you can see on the wall. Sunday roasts, $495. They do a rib Friday, the same price. Surf and turf night. So a few choices there. Quite a good restaurant. As I say, I haven't Swadikap. Plenty of massage shops. Well, I was going to say plenty of restaurants, but there are plenty of restaurants, as you can see. So quite a good choice. But of course, Kata Noi a little bit further out of Kata, so people are interested in how far it is to get between the two areas, because if you haven't got transport, not everybody wants to hire a car or a motorbike, and I understand that. There's a quick silver shop to my right hand side that I'm just passing, and a money exchange. I'm going to pop across there because I know a lot of people like to know exchange rates. Just bear in mind they do change. The Garden Resort there, that's a big resort. That's open back up by the looks of it. We've got some people walking down the slope. I can see a gentleman up there, looks like at the front of reception. Huh? Yeah, quite a large resort. That looks like it's open, and I would imagine this is the restaurant to it, maybe for the breakfast area, not quite sure. That's open as well. So let's now just have a quick look, if I can, at the rates, so we can give you some idea. They are changing all the time. So we got the US at 32.6. Oh, thank you very much. This gentleman's just put the board on there, so it gives you a rough idea of the prices. Just bear in mind they do keep changing. The euros 36.45, that's gone up a bit. The pound's 42, I think that's dropped a little bit. So there you go. They are changing all the time, of course, but it does give you an idea. If you're watching the channel, you know what it's hovering around at. Tour shop, plenty of tour shops. A little burger place, tacos, burgers, rotis. So now there is a bit of a hill between, another exchange as well. I'm not going to look at the prices, but there is a hill between Kata Noi and Kata, unfortunately. So just bear that in mind. If you are going to walk it like me and Nat, you're going to get some good exercise. Whether you want to walk it every day, I don't know. But we will, of course, have a look at the Kata Noi area, see what's open down there. Most of the businesses in Kata Noi. Good evening, Swadikap. Most of the businesses have reopened in Kata Noi, I'm pleased to say. And of course they are opposite the Katathani hotel. Beautiful hotel. And we shall have a quick look at the grounds of the Katathani. Of course I'm not a guest there, so I can't go into the Kata Noi, or the Katathani hotel should I say. I'm not going to be able to go inside of it, but I've heard nothing but good things about that hotel. Now this road here that we've got in front, this junction here, this will take you, if you follow the road, the coastal road, all the way to Naham, Rawai. It will take you in that direction. Lovely road to go along if you're hiring a vehicle. Very scenic and some beautiful views. And then we're going straight up the hill, as you can see. We've got the Sugar Marina Resort on the right hand side, and it is a bit of a hill. I don't know how well you'll see it on the camera, but believe me, it's a fair old hill. I'm going to cross over because of the noise of this. They're doing some work. Mind you, he stopped now. I thought I don't really want to walk past there with the grinder going. making a load of noise, but that is the Sugar Marina Resort. I'm going to ask Nat to find out when we get into Kata Noi how much the taxis are to come back to Kata, so it'll give you an idea. If you're staying there, you're not hiring any vehicles or anything, and you're wondering how much it's going to cost in taxis, because I know a lot of people wonder that. Maybe you don't want to walk this hill. I'm already panting now. How you feeling, Nat? Tired. She's been at work all day, to be fair. She's finished a little bit early so I could get over here a little bit earlier before it gets dark, because as you can see there are street lights. It's not completely black along here at night, but it's not well lit. So of course if I come down here later on with the camera, it's going to really struggle. It's not going to be a very good picture, so I thought if I get over here about 6 o'clock before it gets dark, we can you can tell it's quite a good hill, that is, and we got the other side as well, so obviously we're going to have to do it there and back unless we decide to take a taxi. It really depends on the cost of them. Sometimes it can be a little bit dear, but I'll find out, because again it's not something I've taken a taxi for ages here, because of course I have my own transport, so I don't follow the prices, only the sort of prices to go to the airport. Whew. I'm going to have a rest. Sweating here. So this area here, you're going to find some accommodation of course, and some restaurants around here as well, so you don't have to walk all the way into Kata from Kata Noi or vice versa. There used to be, I think this used to be the restaurant, but is it oh no, it's a gallery. Okay, my mistake. I did believe there was a restaurant around here somewhere, but that's the VR gallery, and the accommodation is just there. I think they've got some VR villas or something like that down here. They look very, very nice. Very nice area, Kata Noi. A little bit more expensive than Kata itself, some of the accommodation here, because it's 5-star accommodation and most of it is here. I think there is one 4-star or 3-star accommodation just as you're going down the hill a little bit further down. And we've got the Kata Gardens accommodation here we're coming up to. I'm not tired there. Let's just cross over the road before the minivan runs me over, and then give you a better view of the accommodation there. Very nice, the Kata Gardens. Now I'm not sure, is that a hotel, Nat, or condominiums, or Kata Gardens? Do you know? Don't know. Okay, not quite sure what sort of accommodation it is. And then is this, I believe this is the restaurant, isn't it, Nat? This is a restaurant, yeah? Yeah, is that a restaurant, yeah? It's a hotel and restaurant as well. Huh? Yeah, it's part of the VR villas, I think. Yeah, the Villa Royale. Yeah, yeah. There's a spa there as well, I can see the sign. Very, very nice here. Lovely accommodation. I don't know what the cost is, but I would imagine it's reasonably expensive. It looks like it's 5-star accommodation, but it is all open. But of course you don't have to be staying here if you want to go in to the restaurant. Normally you can go into most, I'm not going to say all restaurants that are joined to hotels, but normally you can use most of them. Even if you're not a guest at the hotel, you can go in and have a meal at the restaurant. Normally, I'm going to say. Oh, really nice inside. I don't know how well you can see that inside. It's just starting to be lit up, but very, very nice accommodation here. Hello, mate. Oh, he's a big dog. Reminds me of Shadow. Yeah, very nice inside. Lovely. I don't know, as I've mentioned, the cost of staying there, but maybe somewhere that you want to stay at or take a look at. You've just got to be careful here walking around this road, because there's not a footpath as such, so just bear that in mind. You can actually see that we're walking on the edge of the road, not a real proper footpath. So if you're going to do this trip regularly, especially late at night, you need to be very careful if you're not taking taxis, because I understand sometimes taxis can be a good deal and sometimes they're not a good deal, and if you're taking a lot of taxis, it can start to mount up on the cost of your holiday. You know, it's all adding to the cost, the travelling expenses. So where you can walk, it does save a little bit of money. Obviously, if it's pouring down with rain, you're not going to want to walk. You want to take a taxi if you haven't got your own transport. But it's just bear in mind that this isn't a great road when it comes to footpaths if you're going to walk along it. I'm not quite sure how long we've been going, but we're now starting to make our way down into Kata Noi. Now this entrance here will take you onto the beach if you want. There are a couple of entrances to get onto Kata Noi. A lot of people believe that the Kata Noi beach is private and owned by the Katathani, which is not actually correct. Anybody can go on the beach. It's not owned solely by the Katathani, but obviously the Katathani, and there you can see at the bottom there, the beach. The Katathani does sit on Kata Noi's beach, so if you're staying there, you've got direct access onto the beach. And it is a beautiful hotel, as I was saying. I've had friends stay there before in the past. It's been a while, it's been probably 4 or 5 years. You can see it here now to the right hand side. This is the Katathani, and they had nothing but good things to say about it. And I've seen a lot of people make comments about the Katathani, and I've very seldom seen anything bad being posted about the Katathani. People are saying excellent service, excellent facilities, those sort of things. But you would expect it, because the Katathani is of course a 5-star hotel, so you expect 5-star service if you're paying 5-star prices. So I would expect that anyway. But if you are planning on staying at the Katathani, and I know there's quite a lot of people that have been mentioning it lately in my Facebook group, please do go and check that out in the description. If you're not already a member, then maybe think about joining the Facebook group, because there's stuff in there that I don't include on YouTube, because I can't make videos about certain things, about everything, little bits and pieces, so it's easier to do a post. So please do consider taking a look at it. But a lot of people in my group have mentioned the Katathani. They're coming over this year, they're staying at the Katathani, they're asking people about it, and maybe their first time. And people have come over and got married here in Thailand and stayed at the Katathani hotel to be married, and also spent their honeymoon there as well, and they've had nothing but good things to say about it. But I know that it's not cheap. We're just coming to the bottom of the hill, and we've got some, I'm not quite sure what this accommodation is here. There is another hotel there. I don't know whether it's a hotel, condominiums or what. Let's just have a look at the time. So it's now coming up to 8 minutes past 6, and I'm just, you can see the grounds there of the Katathani. Beautiful grounds, really nice hotel. We will have a look at the grounds as we go down the road, because the Katathani takes up most of this road now. So we've got the Seaview Residence. I think that's a hotel, but I may be wrong. Just a little pan up. There we go. So we're going to walk into Kata Noi, and I'm going to walk all the way down the road. Now the Katathani takes up all of the one side of the road, so let's cross over now, because all this side, as we're walking down, the right hand side is all the Katathani hotel, all the way to the bottom basically of this road. So very large hotel indeed. And then we're going to have a look at what facilities are here if you're actually staying in Kata Noi, what restaurants you've got and what different shops, massage, etc. I can see tennis courts there. I would imagine again they're probably run and owned by the Katathani. I don't know, but I'm just surmising they probably are. So we've taken, what, 20 minutes to get to here, because we left at 10 to 6, and it's now coming up to 10 past, so 20 minutes, so not too bad, apart from the hill. It'll give you a good workout if you want to do it every day, that's for sure, especially if you're going to do it twice every day. There and back. But maybe you want to walk one way and get a taxi back the other way, might be better, might be easier. You don't have to walk both ways, of course. Maybe if you're going out for a meal, walk there for the meal, and then once you've had a few drinks, you might not want to walk back. It might be more of a stagger than a walk, depending on how much you're drinking. course, not really a lot to see here, just this bit, because this is the back of the Katathani hotel, to be honest. And we've got, I think, a money exchange or ATM here, so you're going to be able to draw some money out if you need to. You need to use your card. And I'm sure they've got some exchanges down here as well, I think I've noticed. Yeah, we've got ATM machine. And then the shops, restaurants and facilities just start just a little bit further down, and they're all on the one side. And as I say, most of them have reopened back up, not all. There's, I think, one mini mart that's still closed that I noticed the other day when I came down to have a look how I was going to film it and the times I needed to get down here and how much light was about, because I know this road, as I say, is not the best lit road. Here in Kata Noi it's fine, but walking over the hill it can be a little bit dark in a few places. Now what I want you to do is, if you see a taxi anywhere, can you find out how much it's going to cost to go back to Kata please via a taxi? Yeah? And then we get a price and I know how much it is. Are these bikes for rent? I just want to know some prices for my subscribers for my YouTube channel for one day for the PCX.
1 day 500 baht.
1 week?
1 week 400 per day.
400 per day. Okay. Yeah, and 1 month?
1 month is 350 per day.
350 per day. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Carbon cap. Honda Click?
Honda Click 300 baht, but if you long time I can do 200 baht.
200 baht, but just short time 300 baht. Okay, thank you very much. Carbon cap. Okay, well, we've got a family mart there, and there you go. You've heard what the rental prices are here in Kata Noi. They're all going to be very similar. Of course, I would advise you to shop around. Another massage shop there. There's plenty of bikes for hire here, as you can see on the side of the road. I am going to keep my eyes open for a taxi, so we can find out some costs going back to Kata one way. Swaddy Cap, good evening. We've got a tailor's, a restaurant there, so that one's open. And then of course you have the entrance to the Katathani itself here. This is, I believe, the main entrance. Is that right, Nat?
Yep.
That's the main entrance, yeah, she's saying yep. So that's where you will come if you're staying there. And then right opposite it, we have massage and a small restaurant, coffee shop maybe. They've got a coffee sign as well, so they probably do coffee as well in their evening. And then this here is called the Treehouse, and I know that because I had a look at it the other night with Nat. Nat, is that a taxi rank? Can you just go across and ask the gentleman how much it is? Yeah, well, okay. I just want to know how much it is. Swaddy car. But okay, so he's got a nice big sign there. You can see for yourselves the prices. If you want to catch a taxi from here, you've got Kata Beach, 200 baht. Which is that one person or for the taxi? How many people for 200 baht? Let's just make sure. Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you can see there it says 4 people. So these prices will cover up to 4 people. Carbon cap. Thank you. So there you go. I'm just gonna move in a little bit so you can freeze it and have a look at yourself. He's got all the prices there so you can see all the different prices. Carbon cap, thank you very much. So there you go. It gives you a little bit of a insight on what you're going to be paying. Now I was going to cross over the road because I wanted to show the Treehouse. This is actually run by the Katathani. It's their, I suppose, restaurant. I'm guessing they've got other restaurants inside. As I say, I did go in the Katathani, but it's been a long time ago when my friends were staying there. And I can't remember, to be honest. It's 5-6 years ago, maybe longer than that. But this is very, very nice restaurant. Looks very nice inside. I had a quick look at the somebody there want to be on video. I did have a look at the menu the other day because they had one outside. And there, whilst it's not cheap, I wouldn't say it's expensive either. It's sort of medium prices, sort of 300 to 400 baht. For the mains. Some, obviously, depending on what you have, are going to be a little bit more expensive than that. And then starters start around 200 to 300 baht, which I thought was reasonable considering, you know, it's connected to a 5-star hotel. So sometimes 5-star hotels are not always the cheapest places. A little bit boutique shop there. Quite nice. And then we've got some more So if you're staying here, you've got an idea how much rental is going to be for motorbikes. You've now got an idea of what the taxis are going to cost you, up to 4 people, which I think that's not too bad. I mean, if you split it between 4 people, that's 50 baht each. Not bad, if you look at it that way. It depends on how you want to look at it. Let's just have a quick look at the prices here. So US dollar 32, United Kingdom, the pound is 42.65, euro 36. The euro's doing quite well. Sorry, cap. I'm just going to do the Australian 24 dead, and that's it really. You can pause it if you want to have a closer look. I'm sure that you should be able to see those prices. Okay, they do change. Just bear that in mind if you're not coming for a month or 2. Good evening, sorry, cap. I'm guessing that's a tailor's. Yes, custom tailor. Yep. Okay, nice. Looks like some nice stuff in there. We have a restaurant up here. Okay, I've not been down here before, so let's go and have a wander. We've got a massage shop. Not quite sure what we're going to find down here because I've never been down here. I just noticed the sign saying restaurant. So we've got a small place here. Don't know whether this is maybe a hotel entrance and a small bar area. There's another massage shop that I can see. Let me just switch over the gimbal mode, and then we've got another restaurant there, reasonable size, not very busy at the moment, and I think that's it up here. So it's only a short side, but I never noticed that side before, so I thought I'd have a nose. Even the other night when I was down here, sometimes you miss things when you're walking around. It's surprising. So I'm trying to explore as much as I can and show you these places in as much detail as I possibly can, and cover as much as I can, give you as many prices as you can, because people are always asking me, where do I recommend, what do I do? It's difficult to recommend places if I don't know the place. If I've never eaten in a restaurant, I can't recommend a restaurant because I don't know what the food's going to be like, and there's so many here. It's difficult. It's like accommodation. People are asking, where do I recommend to stay? It's not possible for me to stay in all the hotels here on the island of Phuket. It'd take me a lifetime, I think, because there's so many. Another large restaurant here. I'm guessing they do a lot of seafood by the front. Got some nice stuff on show. Sorry, cop. Good evening. Pizzas straight away, 250. Steaks starting around the 500, 350 mark. Good evening. Noodles, spaghetti,
Is that blog?
rice. Yeah, YouTube channel.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your YouTube name?
Thailand Tony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe he's a new subscriber. Okay, so back to the menu. Okay, we've got some Thai food, Thai soups, chicken, beef. Okay, good selection. I'm not going to go through all the menu and bore you to death because I know looking at menus can be very boring, but it gives you an idea. Some soups there, 150. I've got plenty of choice on the fish, as you can see. Oh, some nice tiger prawns there, very nice. Oh, those look big as well, lobsters. Oh, look at the size of that one there. Whoa, I don't know whether you can see him. That's a big one. Nice. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there, but in the price I just seen something. No, yeah, it's probably going to be more than that. Yeah, probably 100 grams. Yeah, it's probably 100 baht a gram per 100 grams. Good evening.
Good evening, mate. Check it out, mate.
Yeah, we've got a tailor's in there and various stuff for the beach, all sorts of stuff. Everything. Yeah, another restaurant. So quite a lot going on here in Kata Noi. So there's plenty to keep you busy and giving you something to do in the evening time. If you're not looking for a too lively a holiday, then there's plenty going on here. We've got some more seafood there. Looks very, very nice. Some large lobsters there. Oh, look at those. Those are nice. Very nice. Plenty of seafood on offer. Sorry, cap. Little pancake man doing the old banana roti if you like those, which I do. And then there's another ATM machine, a massage and a tourist shop behind me. So no shortage. Now this here is the other entrance onto the Kata Noi beach, so you can park, you can see all the motorbikes. I'm not going to walk down there because I've done Kata Noi beach not long ago. If you want to have a look at the beach of Kata Noi, go and check that video out. I will link it at the top of the screen, of course, so you can find it easier, but that will show you Kata Noi. There's no point in me doing Kata Noi beach. I'm doing Kata Noi and the journey to Kata Noi from Kata, and this really now, this area is the grounds of the Katathani. Is that correct, Nat? Yep. Nat knows more about the Katathani than I do, because she used to come here regularly to do training for the staff for the makeup and things like that. So it's been a long time ago, but she knows, she got more idea of the hotel than I have. As I say, I did have some friends stay here, but it's been a while back. I visited them a few times, went in the hotel, and it is very, very nice. Let's just come back here and walk up here, and I'll show you the grounds, and we'll finish the video down here, because now you've seen. Let's just have a quick look. Well, my camera's saying 31 minutes that I've been filming, so that's how long we've been going. It's 21 minutes past, so I would say that's about right. So now you know how long it takes. It's taken me 31 minutes to get to here, so 20 minutes to Kata Noi really, and Kata, if you're walking the other way, you're going to be on the edge of Kata after about 20 minutes. Of course, taxis, 200 baht. Some people may say that's expensive, but again, we're talking about a 5-star area really in Kata Noi. It is going to cost you a little bit more if you're staying here because of the Katathani hotel being 5-star accommodation. It's just one of those things, that's the way it goes. It's a beautiful place to stay, but you're going to pay for a little bit extra for restaurants in the area, etc., and taxis, because they know the clientele are going to be a little bit more discerning, shall we say. So, and this is the beach and pool bar area of the Katathani, and you can see the beach in the background. I'm not going to walk in there because, as I say, got security on. I don't think he's going to stop me if I want to walk in there, but I'm not going to, because I'm not a resident. So I'm not going to take advantage. I don't need to really go in there. But really, really nice hotel. If you're staying here, you're going to love it, that's for sure. My friends really, really loved it. Couldn't say enough about the hotel, and it is a beautiful area. Of course, this is only some of the grounds. You've got all the grounds where we walked behind the hotel. I can see a little place just up on the hill there. I'm not quite sure where that is. Maybe that's that hotel, the Home Garden Restaurant, I think, or something like that I covered. I think that might be it up there. So now I'm going to work my way over to Nat. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this evening's video, this look at Kata Noi, and also the journey to Kata Noi on foot from Kata. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of what's entailed if you're staying here and you want to go to Kata, or vice versa, you want to come to Kata Noi. Because if you're staying in Kata, then I would recommend you come and check out Kata Noi Beach, because Kata Noi's beach is beautiful. Go and check my video if you haven't seen it. It's a lovely beach, fantastic to come. You're spoilt really here in Phuket for beaches. As I've said before, we've got some fantastic beaches, but definitely if you're staying in Kata, then come and check Kata Noi out. And vice versa, if you're staying in Kata Noi, of course, you want to go and check out Kata, because again, Kata's main beach is a lovely beach. So you've got the best of both worlds really staying here. Check out the description, all my social media links are down there, of course my Facebook. I am going to be posting a new link, which will be a company I'm working alongside for tours. Now, I have posted on my Facebook group, and that's why I've said, if you haven't already joined it, join my Facebook group. They're going to give me some special discounts. Whilst they may not be the cheapest tour company on the island, because I haven't really looked and gone for somebody that's really, really cheap, I've sort of want the balance between realistically good pricing and good service, because to me service is very important if you're paying for these trips. It's not just about getting rock bottom prices. It's no good having a really cheap trip if the service is very poor, the food's poor on the trip, or there's no food and there's no guide or anything like that. But the company that I'm working alongside offer good prices and good service. So if you're interested in taking some tips, maybe you want to go and have a look, of course no obligation, just join the group, you can have a look, because of course I can't post those prices in my YouTube videos, I can't really do it that way, so I've done it on my Facebook group. So go and check the group out if you're interested in that. Well, that really leaves me to say, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Right.